So we're doing a follow-up.
Yes, very shortly after we upload the current video, at least on my channel. So, he's played Panzer Dragoon Saga, and, well, what do you think?
So I wanted to do, this was actually my idea, this wasn't his idea, but I want to do I normally don't do this stuff for those of you who watch my channel, because most of you are like, you do Transformers videos, what's going on? But,
Yeah.
good, I want to do a little more video game context, so content. Did I say context?
Yes, you
content.
Well, the context of this content is...
Yes. So Panzer Dragoon Saga, I have played for, I'm about 2 hours in. I'm not very far. Because I've been working, and I don't have time to play an RPG.
At least not yet.
Not yet. So, but I wanted to give a quick first impressions to kind of follow up on the last video. So this is the third game in the franchise. It's the first one I've personally played, aside from a demo of Orta I played way, way back. I never played the full game.
And did you know that they actually have a Panzer Dragoon Orta Xbox? It looks fucking
It's
beautiful.
Japanese only?
No.
Really?
It's beautiful, dude.
It's probably like $8,000.
Yeah, it's like bright white, has black lines and the dragons on it. It's fucking cool, dude.
It's probably like $8,000 though, man.
Well, probably.
But so Panzer Dragoon Saga does not follow the formula of the previous games. The first two games are rail shooters, Panzer Dragoon and Panzer Dragoon Vi.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, it's basically Star Fox.
Star Fox or like House of the Dead or something like that.
I got some angry cats in that door. That's okay.
They're pains in my ass, I swear.
Yeah. They just like, if you're
Nugget interviews in my video reviews all the time. She constantly is jumping in and it's just like, hey.
How you doing?
If you ever want, if you guys know my channel, Nugget is the big fat white one. Anyway, so
I don't think we'll have Rocky appear in this video.
he might, who knows. So Panzer Dragoon Saga starts with an FMV sequence, and you play as this kid named Edge. But it also asks you to name yourself, which I thought you were going to do before the game started.
Yeah.
But in the first cutscene, they refer to him as Edge. Like, he calls himself Edge, they call him Edge, so he is Edge. It's not like a Final Fantasy VII, where, in the original, not the remake, but in the original, he'd introduce himself, but you can change the name. It doesn't have to be Cloud if you don't want it to be.
Right.
But, you can name whatever you wanted. I just stuck with the default names, except Aerith. I changed her name to Aerith, because in the original version it's Eris, and that's just wrong.
It's just, no.
But anyway, it's not like that. They call him Edge, so I don't know why they ask you for your name.
Yeah.
But they ask you for your name. And not about like 5-10 minutes in the actual gameplay, you get a dragon.
Yeah, it just starts like immediately.
It's not like a slow burn. It just boom, you're right in the action. You're immediately fighting giant monsters and flying, and it's really cool. The dragon, well, graphically, I want to start with, this is one of the most beautiful games of the 5th generation of consoles.
Oh god, yes. It's impressive they even got this
The
to
fact
run.
that it runs on the Saturn as smoothly as it does disturbs my brain.
It really does, because this thing is not for 3D games.
And I feel like that's why the game is 4 discs long.
Yeah. Oh, look who did show up in the video. I was right.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
I don't think he's ever been in my actual videos. No. Here he is. I have a dog, too, guys. Hey, buddy.
Oh, he was in the last video, too. But anyway.
Excuse me.
Oh, I was like, well, I thought you saw something.
No, so, the dragon control, it's amazing. The voice acting, I mean, I can't understand it because it's Japanese using a fake language, but I'm assuming it's good. I don't know. Language barriers.
And the problem I have with this, like, it has subtitles and stuff. That's fine. But they go way too fast.
Well, maybe you're just slow.
Well, maybe I am.
I'm following it just fine.
Yeah, I'm like, that's one of those games I'll have to replay a few times just to understand everything that's going on in the story.
So the dragon, outside, well, I'll talk about the combat in a second. Outside of combat, the dragon actually controls really smoothly. Better than almost any flying game I've
Like, touched?
ever controlled, really, aside from maybe like Kakarot's flying's pretty good, but
Yeah, that is pretty good, but it's a little janky.
the game's not great, but Iron Man's flight controls are pretty good in the Avengers game.
So I guess you could compare it to that, sort of?
It's really smooth flying controls, but it's not on rails. Like the dragon, you have to make the dragon move. You can't. He doesn't just go.
Yeah, it's relatively open. I mean, it's still
So far, it
confined.
seems pretty linear and pretty dungeony.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the game really is. But
something about from this compared to other RPGs, there's no party.
nope.
There's Edge and the dragon, and you could name the dragon whatever you want. I named it Rocky after my dog,
Yeah.
but. So the combat, I can't really say it's turn-based because it's not.
It's like a half real-time, half turn-based.
The way it works is there's the dragon, you, and the enemy. There's a little radar thing at the bottom that has your health, your magic points, which are called berserker points in this. Mm-hmm. There's a little radar thing we'll talk about in a second. There's 3 little energy bars. So once an energy bar fills up, you can do an action, either shoot the gun, shoot lasers, or do a special attack.
And what's cool about it is, like, depending on what position you are in the battle, you may have more defense on your end if you stay in the green, the clear, which does nothing. Then you got the red spot, which is a more dangerous place to go to, but you do the most damage in that area.
So it's a risk-reward type of thing. If you the best thing to try and do, this is harder to do than I thought it would be, attack and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as to do that as you think it would be, because the enemy still gets to attack. Even if you attack first, you might not have enough time to move before the enemy attacks you.
You're mashing the D-pad or the thumbstick to the right or left, and it's like,
Play this with the circle pad.
Yes.
Do not do this with the D-pad. Play with the circle pad.
Yeah, no. I mean, unless you're navigating menus, then no.
Generally speaking, I've noticed that if you're against a crowd of enemies, you're probably better off using the laser. If you're trying to hit one target, just use Edge's gun. It probably won't do as much damage, but it's a lot more precise.
Yeah, like, or if you have a swarm of enemies, or is that queen?
If there's a swarm, I don't know what they're called, but if you want to hit the red one, specifically the queen, and it'll get rid of all of them, just aim Edge's gun at them.
Yeah, and I kind of originally thought when I first played it that the gun was going to be pretty useless, but
it's a lot more useful than I thought it would be.
Yeah, and you can get better guns later on in the game.
The dragon also has special attacks, so think Materia from Final Fantasy VII, but you don't equip it. He just kind of learns it as it progresses. He levels up. Mm-hmm. And he also, I've noticed, I'm not very far in, but the dragon looks like it could transform.
Yes.
It's like a Pokemon. It looks like he's just evolving.
Like, it evolved twice so far from what we played, or what I saw.
Once.
Oh.
He only evolved once. There was like a cutscene where he changed to a defense form, then an attack form, like Deoxys. Then he changed back. So I'm guessing you can customize him a little bit. I'm not sure yet.
Yes, you can, like, there is a part where you can, like, either balance it more towards to attack.
Or defense. Okay.
Defense, special attacks, and you can kind of, it's 4 bars, and you have to just balance them out just right. It's not hard to understand, but it's a little bit of a pain.
So I haven't gotten there yet, but this is a lot more streamlined than a lot of RPGs. I love Final Fantasy VII a lot, but younger me would never have figured that game out.
Yeah, yeah.
Younger me could have figured this game out.
Oh, definitely.
Younger me would never have played it because there was only 20,000 copies in America. But
yeah, but besides that,
well, I didn't even know the Sega Saturn existed until like 10 years ago.
I know, yeah, like I didn't know about the Saturn. Like I
knew about the Dreamcast. I didn't know about the Saturn.
Yeah, I remember the first time I ever saw.
But there's something, I'll say this compared to Final Fantasy VII. There's something magical about playing this compared to Final Fantasy VII. That's not me saying this is better than 7 or anything.
Right.
Everybody's played Final Fantasy VII.
And not many have played Saga.
It's a much easier game to obtain than Panzer Dragoon Saga. If you have a PS3, a PS4, an Xbox One, or even a PS5.
PC, too.
PC. Or Switch. You could go on there, and most of you watching probably have at least 1 or 2 of those consoles. You could go on the store right now and download it for $10.
Yeah, it's...
Final Fantasy VII is a huge game. Everyone's played it. This is an exclusive club, so there's something really magical about playing such a niche game like this.
And it actually being fucking amazing.
From what I've played so far, I was like... He was telling me how great it was, but I was like, oh, let me reserve judgment. Mm. Now I'm like, I want to play that right now. I was actually about to start it, and then I was like, no, wait.
Follow up.
We got to do this first.
Yes. Like we had to. And then,
So if you have money to burn,
I mean, a lot of money.
I would honestly recommend trying to find just the discs.
And if you can't even do that, just do emulation if you can.
Like, if you want to own the games, I'd recommend just... Fuck. Yeah, I recommend just fucking somebody, yeah. I'd recommend just trying to find the discs and then getting a case later.
Yeah. And again, if you want to do emulation, you can get USB Sega Saturn controllers.
Because as of 2021, this game has not been re-released. It's not been available for download.
It's a crime, honestly.
We've had Dreamcast games re-released, but
And some Saturn games got re-released.
Like Knights. And that's the only thing.
Radiant Silvergun, Guardian Heroes.
Probably House of the Dead.
Yeah, House of the Dead 1 never actually released outside of the Saturn.
It's getting remade.
Yeah, so there you go. There you go. That's what we were talking about in the last video. Just remake Saga, please.
More people deserve to play this wonderful gem of a game.
Yeah, it's.
But I'm not super far into it. But once I have time, I feel like I'm not gonna be able to put it down.
I couldn't put it. I mean, I could put it down, but I just
like I'm 2 hours in. I've already fought like 3 bosses. Yeah. So this game doesn't fuck around.
Yeah, I tried to space it out.
Like I fought this like weird bug thing, then I fought this weird fucking slime thing, and then that thing I just fought before work underground that transformed into like 8 different things.
Yeah, that was really annoying, but
that was a cool boss though.
Yeah, like all the battles are cool, so that's one thing I like. And running into random battles doesn't feel like an inconvenience, in my opinion.
Not yet.
No, like not even in general, because you can just usually wipe them out pretty quick, or you need experience, or dying, which is money in this game.
Yeah, there's also one other thing too. So there's also there are times where you're in a town and you just control Edge. It's basically a point and click adventure.
Yeah, you can
kind of like the Walking Dead game, really.
I mean, you can run around like normally,
but it seems like the best thing to do is just point and click at stuff.
Yeah, like you point at the door from really far away to go into the shop, and boom, you're in there. You don't have to walk. But I do like running around the areas.
But once I complete the game, I don't know if he'll still be here, but
yeah.
Once I complete the game, I will do another follow up telling you what I fully think of it.
And I probably need to do I need to do a thoughts on thing for it too.
I told you to do that when you got the game. You didn't listen to me.
Well, I'll eventually make my own dedicated video on my thoughts about that when I get back in New York.
And once I beat the game, if he's still here, we'll do a dual follow up to it. If he's not,
fuck him.
Yes, exactly.
Fuck me. Oh well.
But so far, I am actually really, really liking this. I'm hoping it just gets better.
It does.
I haven't interacted with many characters other than that weird... I'm going to call him Gerald. I don't remember his name.
Oh, Gash?
Thank you.
Yes.
Gash. I called him Gerald.
Gerald. It's like, okay. Gerald. And there's... What was that?
Gerald Robotnik.
Oh my god. And there's a guy named Crayman.
Oh yeah, Crayman's the bad guy.
Yeah. So far.
I won't talk about the story until I do a proper review, but...
Yeah, I mean, I know the story, and I don't want to say anything about the story, because that's the cool part about the game, too. Like, you're like it's not deep.
If you are a Saturn collector, you need to find a way to get this game.
Like, I know now that some people that sell the game do, like, monthly payments.
There's a dude on YouTube who found it for $3 at a thrift store. That made me so mad.
Yeah, it makes me mad too, because I had to spend $2,000 to get Saga and Magic Knight Rares in a bundle, and that's a steal.
This copy was $800.
Yeah, the discs.
Just the discs, and then the case was like $60,
which isn't bad, but
comparatively speaking to your copy, it was a steal. But then this guy finds it for $3. You basically got it for free. Fuck you.
He could pay his
rent. The video's he's not even a bad guy for what I've gathered.
Oh, no.
I'm just salty that he got this game for $3. I also spent $1,000.
Well, I mean, Alpha Omega Sun got Sonic 3D Blast for like $3. Or $1. No, $1.
The game's not even worth that, but...
No, it's really not. It really isn't.
Anyway,
before I start getting antsy, I'm going to start playing more of this, and I will do a proper final thoughts review when I finish the game.
Yeah, and I will be doing my own videos when I get back in New York about this game, because it's
a game worth talking about.
Exactly. No matter how small of a YouTube channel that we have, it still has to be put out there. Like, just information about the game and how great it is.
More people need to play it. But, anywho, that's going to be it from us to you for now, unless, Alex, you got anything else to add?
Well, too bad we aren't big YouTubers, so we can make a big influence.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank goodness for what happened. Because now more people are like, oh my god, this game looks so great.
Yeah.
I want it, or some people say they regret selling it, and I don't think I'll be selling this for years.
I don't plan on selling my collection at all, so unless I start like having cancer or something, then it's a different story.
Well, if you ever were able to retire by selling your whole collection, would you?
Then I'd have nothing to do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna go start playing Panzer Dragoon Saga and then disciplining my kitties with food because they're probably hungry. That's why they're attacking the door. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Take it easy.
Peace.